This is Andy Perrault for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I'm joined by Conor Benn. Conor, how you doing?
Yeah, good mate. Just at my dad's press conference.
You just said it there. We are down here for your father's press conference, his return to the boxing ring. First question, what are your thoughts on his decision to return?
It's crazy. It's utter madness. But I've said to my dad, listen, I'd rather you just live boxing through me. But a man's got to do what a man's got to do. So I've just got to support his decision. Why would I want to see my dad in the ring? I don't. But what's so sincere about it, he's not fighting for money, he's not fighting for fame. I mean, that's why he moved all the way to Australia. You can't get any more further away. So it ain't about money, it ain't about fame. It really is for himself. A bit selfish, but you've got to be selfish in this sport. And if closure's what he needs, man's got to do what man's got to do.
When was it that he first mentioned he wanted to come back into the world of boxing and have another fight?
I remember when I first turned pro, and he was there at my debut at the O2 when he walked me out. I think I really relit a fire in him. I think then he was like, yeah, I missed this, and realised he could have gone out on way better conditions if he weren't burning the candle at both ends early on in his career. So I don't know. He's been training like a nutter though since I was young, like for as long as I can remember. He trains like a lunatic, like a man who's on a mission.
How do you think you're going to react then as obviously fight night comes and you do see him in the ring when he does have to face punches, when he's being landed on as well as throwing punches himself, but how do you think you're going to react to it?
I don't think I can watch it. I feel like we're way too emotional. I'll wait in the change room and wait for him to come back for his victory. I don't really think about that in a minute. I still don't think it's sunk in. All I know is that he'll be staying with me for this training camp. He'll be coming down the gym with me, doing some work. So I'll keep a close eye on him, making sure he ain't sneaking no sweets in the house. And I think I've just got to support him in doing what he's doing. I've loved having him over every minute. And the closer the fight gets, it'll be interesting to see his mind switch. So, yeah.
You mentioned you asked him in a press conference yourself, are you sure this will be your final fight? As a family member, obviously as his son, are you worried and concerned that maybe he will reignite another fire in him, that he maybe wants another one? If, as you said, if he was to get a first round stoppage in some way, is there kind of that worry maybe he'll want to go on?
Well, it won't be a worry if he does have another one. So if he sparks him out in the first round, obviously he's still got it. So obviously he can fight again. So there's a lot of questions asked if he knocks him out within 6. There's a lot of questions asked. I'd feel a lot more at peace than if he was to have a second fight, believe it or not. I mean, he ain't boxed for so long, so there's a lot of unanswered questions like, what if? Can you? What happens if? There's so many ways you can look at it, so it is very concerning. As boxing is a brutal sport. There's no mercy, there's nothing shown in this sport. It is what it is. You go in there and two men going at it, and that's really what it is.
Was you surprised at all that he was given the licence by the British and Irish boxing authorities, or?
Not really, as he said. He's fitter than most men. He's had the best testing you can have done, the most accurate testing you can have done. So I've got to go up there for another Sky interview. But listen, I have faith in my dad.
Pick that back up there, Conor. Obviously, you had a few other media duties to take care of. Talking about your father, and you said that he was going to be coming over, living with yourself and training with you. How exactly is that dynamic going to work? What are his plans?
I mean, so far we're all right, but I mean, obviously my fight's October 26th, his is November 23rd, so they're about a month apart. So far we ain't clashed heads. It will come, so you can imagine what the Benn household's like. But he'll be training with me. When I picked him up from the airport at 3:30 a.m, we went straight to the gym.
Who is going to be his trainer for the fight then?
Guy who fought Johnny Nelson. I don't know I can't remember his name or what his name is, but he'll be doing work with me at the gym, obviously. He'll be around all us young fighters at the Matchroom, but he'll have another trainer.
Obviously, he's facing Sakio Bika. What was your thoughts on Sakio as an opponent?
Very lively. Very lively. I mean, he fought a year and a half ago, so he ain't retired. and his last fight he didn't look too bad. So, I mean, sums it up really. My dad's not in for a two-bob opponent. He wants a guy who's lively and someone who can really test himself again. If he ain't got it, he ain't got it. If he has, well then he has. Where do you go from there?
Obviously, there was a lot of talk and rumours that he was always looking for that third bout with Chris Eubank Sr. What was your understanding with regards to that fight, if it was ever, not necessarily close, but if talks had ever taken place, etc.?
It was close, but I think he was just messing around. I don't think he really wanted it in the first place, which wasted about 5 years. So.
You also told me before off camera that you live on the back of Eddie's house. I was just wondering, you reckon you're getting an invite over for dinner now your dad's here?
I don't know about that. I see him the other day, and my dog's out of my vest, and he's like, stop walking in the road. I look back, I thought, who's that talking to me? Oh, Eddie, you alright, Ed? Yeah, he literally lives like right at the back of me. It's crazy. I thought, do you know what? If I knew that before I moved in, I'd been like, it's a bit too close to home. But yeah, it's just funny. He's already had. We've got like this nice pub near us called the Bear. I'm going there for Sunday roast, and he's gone, yeah. It said you're in the pub, and I'm thinking, oh, all right, all right. So we dropped that in there, yeah. So I won't be going to the Bear no more.
I was going to say, save yourself, otherwise everyone's going to watch this interview and think, go to the Bear, see yourself and Eddie Hearn.
No, yeah, true.
Just moving away from obviously your father then, onto yourself. Have you got an update with regards to an opponent for that card on October 26th?
Regarding opponent, obviously we offered Johnny Garton the fight. For whatever reason, they turned that down. They wanted more money. I mean, I thought it was good money. Do you know what I mean? Very good money. So, that is what that is. I think we contacted Geordie Wace, who's ranked number 1 in Europe. We tried to get that Polish guy in. Can't remember his name. The guy who fought Kelly at the O2, he couldn't. Can't remember his name. He couldn't do it. So we're looking at another guy now. Can't remember his name, but he's had 30 fights, 19 knockouts, 5 losses, never been stopped, and he fought that Kermal Lengerer.
Yeah, the former European champion.
That's it, and went the distance with him. So, I mean, we're testing the waters here.
Just on Johnny Garton, I saw him at your call a couple of weeks ago, and he said that he was obviously in talks with yourselves, but he put back a counter offer and he never heard back. He said that he spoke to your agent, and your agent said it was a fair offer that he wanted. So what was the situation there?
I mean, his offer got offered almost treble what he's ever got before, to fight for the WBA Continental title and to fight at the O2. I mean, that's pretty good going. Do you know what I mean? But if you want to be greedy, well then whether it's him or his team, if you want to be greedy, well then you miss out on opportunities, because there's millions of other people I can fight, millions, but there's not other people he can fight to earn that sort of money. I mean, he got what does he offer me as an opponent? Yeah, he offers me experience. A lot of people know Garton, but I can't see him being in any big time fight soon. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, well, okay, I'll fight someone else.
So what type of timeline are you putting on trying to get an opponent? Obviously with the fight day getting closer.
We've got an opponent, we're just waiting for the other team have accepted it. We've accepted it, we're just waiting for it all to get approved.
Well, Conor, I know that I've kept you for long enough now after that hang round, so I don't want to keep you for any longer. So thanks for speaking to myself and Boxing Social.
No problem, my pleasure, mate.